Hey folks, this is Kalani. The world of Warcraft can be a wonderful place, but you know what makes everything so much better? Add-ons. Whether they're giving you some extra functionality, making something easier to see or understand, or just letting you create the perfect UI for you, add-ons are incredibly powerful and oh so useful. So I put together a list of must-have add-ons for the Shadowlands expansion that everyone should pick up. Before we jump in, be sure to pop by our live stream sometime over at twitch.tv/KalaniTV. We stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, and we always love chatting with you wonderful folks, so I hope to see you soon. One of the most important add-ons I would pick up for this expansion is something to better organize and display world quest rewards. With all 4 zones being distinctly separate, it can be a pain going back and forth between them to see what rewards are on offer for today's world quests. Another particularly prickly problem I have with world quests in this expansion is the anima rewards. It's not immediately obvious how much anima a world quest is going to reward because by default it only shows the 35 anima item with a small number notating how many of that item the world quest will actually reward. That means you have to do some quick math to figure out your reward. Not the most difficult thing in the world, but making things easier is exactly what add-ons are for. Getting an add-on for your world quests should allow you to see the total anima reward from any given world quest, so you won't have to do any of that pesky maths yourself. Personally, I use world quests list. I really love the simple layout and you can sort your list of world quests in whatever way works for you. Sort them by zone, by reward type, by the faction they're related to and will reward rep with, or even just by their current duration to see which ones are going to expire first. It's easy, it's simple, and it will make finding worthwhile world quests much faster, so world quests list, or another add-on that compiles your world quests, is definitely a must-have. Another add-on to help you find useful things on your map is HandyNotes. To use this properly in Shadowlands, you'll need the HandyNotes add-on as well as the HandyNotes Shadowlands add-on. This one is useful for locating rares and treasures of all types in the Shadowlands in every zone, but you really see the convenience of this add-on when you're down in the moor. If you're trying to up your reputation with Venari or earn that highly coveted Stygia, you're probably spending a lot of time running around the moor trying to find extra things to do to get your Eye of the Jailer debuff up to level 5, so you've done everything you can each day to progress in the moor. Outside of quests, that means hunting down bonus objectives and rares. HandyNotes will mark every single objective and every single potential rare spawn, so all you have to do is wander on over, see if it's active, and get some more rep and Stygia. It will also show you the location of any chaotic rift stones and where they will take you when you unlock that upgrade with Venari. With this add-on, you aren't walking around aimlessly, and you can even target certain rares that might have some interesting loot or rewards. As new patches come out and new things are discovered, HandyNotes is also kept up to date, so it's going to be a fantastic add-on to keep throughout the entire expansion. Something else that I've found to be super useful for a variety of reasons is an add-on that gives you quest or world quest information on your nameplates. I use threat plates, which comes with this feature, and I've been asked about it in so many different videos. You can see how many mobs or items from mobs you need on the nameplates of monsters and see which monsters actually count for your current quest progress. If you're in a party, it will also show you your party members' progress as well, so you don't run off while they still need some help. I think pretty much every nameplate changing add-on has this functionality now, so whether you're using threat plates or plater, you should have an option to enable this. There's also an add-on called quest plates that does this specifically, so there are plenty of options out there. No more checking your quest list or even your map over and over again, just look at the nameplates and you'll get all the information you need. The Shadowlands expansion has also introduced a whole bunch of extra currencies and collectible items for you to keep track of. No matter what covenant you're playing with, you'll see some curious items throughout your travels, so organizing your bags and currencies is definitely high on my priority list in this expansion. That's where Addy Bags comes into play. Addy Bags will auto-magically sort your bags for you without you ever having to set bags for certain items and clean them up every time you run a dungeon. Addy Bags just just plonks everything into its own category and makes it incredibly easy to find what you're looking for. Want to see how many herbs or pieces of cloth you have? Just look under the trade skill category. Want to see that brand new piece of gear that just dropped so you can compare it against what you're currently wearing? Well, you can find all your gear grouped together nicely, but any new items will pop up in the recent items category, completely separate from everything else, so you can instantly see anything you just picked up. You'll never have to dig through your bags ever again. There's also a handy dandy currency tab at the bottom that lets you keep track of all the important things in Shadowlands, like Soul Ash, Anima, and Stygia. There are a bunch of bag add-ons out there, but my favourite right now is Addy Bags. This next one is fantastic if you're trying to go fast while leveling, specifically while questing. You're going to have to pick up the Auto Turn-In add-on. You'd be surprised how much of your time is spent picking up quests, handing in quests, and picking up more quests. With Auto Turn-In, you just have to click once. You'll pick up all available quests, you'll hand in all completed quests, and you'll also pick up all additional quests available after you've handed stuff in. It's amazingly efficient, and I wouldn't really quest without it anymore. It's always in my add-ons list whether it's turned on or off. The only downside to this add-on is that you do skip over all of the quest text and basically all of the story, so personally I only have this add-on turned on for speeding alts through the leveling process, but if you don't care about quest text at all, go crazy with it and use it whenever you want. If you're interested in a more directed, potentially faster questing experience, you can also check out Azeroth Autopilot. This takes Auto Turn-In to the next level by providing you with a tailored questing experience. The add-on will provide you with the same functionality as Auto Turn-In, picking up all quests and handing them all in with one click, but it also gives you a directed list of what quests to pick up, what quests to ignore, what order to do them in, where to go for each quest, and a step-by-step guide for leveling from 50 to 60. The add-on actually does have old world questing routes as well, so if you still need to take some alts from 1 to 50, the add-on can help you with that as well, but I would mainly be interested in this for the 50 to 60 route. If you just want to switch off your brain for a bit, maybe watch something on a different monitor and let this add-on take over all of the thinking, it's a good pickup for sure. Two add-ons that I would recommend for absolutely everyone that wants to raid or play through dungeons, especially when Mythic Plus becomes available, are Big Wigs and Little Wigs. Big Wigs is for raids, Little Wigs is for dungeons, but they do the exact same thing. These are boss mod add-ons and will provide you with a whole suite of functionality that makes raiding and dungeoneering easier and more accessible. The main thing these add-ons provide is boss timers. You will see bars that count down until the next big ability. One major key to success in PvE content is being proactive, preparing for an ability rather than reacting to an ability. If you are already in place when an ability goes off, you're going to take less damage and be able to deal more damage pretty much no matter what encounter you're facing. Boss timers are crucial for anyone wanting to raid, and you can set them up however you want. You can even emphasize certain abilities, so if you keep getting caught out by that one pesky AoE ability on the floor, or that big one-shot ability that you have to move away from, you can set the add-on up to literally scream at you when that ability is about to happen so you can get ready for it and stay alive. I prefer Big Wigs and Little Wigs, but you can also pick up DBM if that floats your boat better. Just make sure you have a boss mod add-on before the raid comes out. Another very useful add-on for a variety of reasons is Details Damage Meter. You might think a damage meter is just for the chaps who want to show off and link it every time they end up on top, but Details provides you with so much more. Obviously, it tracks damage done, which is important. If you don't know how much damage you're doing, how can you ever hope to improve? It also tracks healing done, so you can see how your healers compare, which heals are contributing the most, how much overheal is happening, who is taking the most healing overall, etc, etc. It can also track things like damage taken, so you can see exactly who is standing in the fire constantly. It also tracks deaths and will give you a rundown of the damage and healing that happened to a player leading up to their death, so you can pinpoint exactly what went wrong so you can make changes to avoid it in the future. It will track who uses battle reses, who interrupts, who dispels, buff uptime and debuff uptime, and you can have as many of these windows up as you want. So if you want to always track damage done, and then another one for overall damage done, and then another one for healing done, and another one for deaths, you can do that. You can also compare your damage breakdown with other players of your class and spec to really dig into some of the nitty-gritty of why one player is doing more damage than another. It is actually insane how much information Details offers you in one add-on. So whether you want to know how much damage you've done so you can link it in party chat whenever you're on top, or you actually want to use all the other crazy features, go grab yourselves Details Damage Meter. This one is definitely a must-have. If you want to take your personal performance one step further, I would recommend you get the Simulation Craft add-on. Now when I say Simulation Craft, I bet a bunch of people tuned out. That simming stuff is too complicated, too much effort. That's for the tryhards. But you couldn't be more wrong. The SimCraft add-on takes all of the work out of it. After downloading the add-on, set up your character how you like to play, then just type /simc. Copy this huge wall of nonsense and head on over to raidbots.com. There are a few websites that offer similar functionality, but Raidbots is my go-to. You have so many options here. You can compare gear, compare talents, find out which stats are performing best. All you have to do is plug in what you copied from the SimCraft add-on, and the website does the rest. So anyone can sim themselves these days. All you need is the SimCraft add-on. Now, all of these add-ons are probably going to mess up your minimap, right? A new button for each new add-on you install. I know I've covered my mail icon more than a few times due to the sheer number of add-on buttons hanging around in the minimap, and it never quite looks tidy, does it? Thankfully, there's an add-on for that as well. I use Minimap Button Frame. This add-on collects all of those pesky minimap buttons and condenses them down to just one button. If you click on that one button, a nice neat window pops up with all of your other minimap buttons, so you retain full functionality, just in a much smaller, tidier package. And that's all of the must-have add-ons I've come across so far for the Shadowlands expansion. Are there any other add-ons not on this list that you think absolutely everyone should try out? What are your current favourite add-ons in the Shadowlands expansion and why? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to come chat, hang out, maybe run a couple dungeons with us, you can find us over at twitch.tv/KalaniTV. We stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, and watching the stream and coming to say hi is one of the best ways you can support the channel right now. And if you ever wanted to be included in the long list of names at the end of every video, a subscription on Twitch is the easiest way to make that happen. You get a free sub to any Twitch channel if you have Amazon Prime too, so be sure to take advantage of that. A big thank you to everyone who's subscribed on Twitch already, and to our supporters over on Patreon. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, well, now you know how. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.